Hello, welcome back. This is video number 2 on the Noble. If you want to see the first video I did, I will put a link to it in this so you can click on that and have a look. But unfortunately, a bit of a problem with the Noble, which we'll go into in a minute. You can see it's tucked in the garage back behind me there. I'll show you some of the details of the problem, but overall, yeah, real pain. Let's get into it. Okay, so let's get into a bit more detail about the disaster that happened. So over the Christmas period, everything was running fine. We had a lovely sunny day. I took the Noble out to give it a run, which was fantastic. When I started it, after I left the local store that I went to pick up some pieces, I noticed that there was kind of a slight buzzing noise. I wasn't too sure what it was. I thought it was the fans that had kicked in because they were running when I parked it up. However, the noise stopped after a couple of miles and everything seemed fine. I got home, parked the car up outside the house. Everything seemed absolutely perfect. Really, really pleased. When I went to start the car, however, to put it back in the garage, that's when it happened. A buzzing noise. I pushed the starter button and it's just this buzzing noise, sounding like the battery was flat. I knew the battery wasn't fantastic on this car and it needed replacing. However, I didn't expect what came next, which was everything in the whole car completely died. All the electrics, everything went. And then I smelt a burning smell. The worst smell you could smell if you're driving a car. So jumping out of the car, I saw some smoke coming out the back, just here. Just a little puff of smoke, which had me in a panic, running around trying to find a hose, trying to undo the clamshell, which, as I said before, uses Phillips screws, so not the simplest thing to take off. Lifted it back and the smoke had cleared, and it became apparent that my starter motor has burnt out. Fantastic. So what I've had to do is push the car back in the garage. The battery is completely dead. There's no life in it whatsoever. I can't lock the car. I can't do anything with it. Fortunately though, I've used the help and support of the local community on Facebook, the Noble Owners Forum, and they've told me different things to try, all of which I have done, and it does seem like the battery has had it. There is absolutely no charge. I put a multimeter on there and there was 0.4 volts coming out of it, so I know the battery is definitely gone. I then took advice from Matt at Jetstream, a very well known company for dealing with Nobles, and it was already booked in with him to have some work done mid-January. I explained the situation to him and he talked me through it. It was absolutely spot on, by the way. I couldn't recommend him enough. Basically, it's a common thing that can happen on these, especially if they're not used for a long time, and I know this one particularly was laid up for about sort of 5 or 6 years with very little use before I got hold of it. The starters stick on, and that was probably the noise I heard. The starter then burnt out, and then of course when I got home and then tried to restart it, the starter was jammed and that shorted it out, and that's what caused the smoke. It came off of the actual power cable into the starter. So now I know what it was. I know the starter needs doing, I know the battery needs doing. It was already booked to go up to Jetstream, so having spoken to Matt, I absolutely trust his opinion on this. I'm going to get him to do the work on it. I don't have the facilities to do it in here. I could have a go going in from the top. However, I don't want to attempt something that I'm not confident I can finish. I'd rather leave it to the professionals to be able to do the whole job. I'll probably make it worse, to be fair. So unfortunately, I was hoping to do a few more videos of different things I've done to the Noble, but unfortunately it's actually gone backwards. It's broken. So now we're going to have to wait until it gets picked up. Hopefully that will happen. Who knows? And we'll be able to get this back on the road, back up running. And then I'll be able to do a video on the upgrades that have been done to it. So for now, that's where we are. So for those of you that want to know, where is the battery located? It is right down there. You can just see a red power cable going to it there, right at the bottom of the car, and it has to come out from underneath. Nice and easy. Okay, so the starter motor is located right under and in there. You can see the red power cable going into it, and that is the cable that the smoke was coming off of, which goes directly to the battery. My only concern here is that it wiped out the battery and did not wipe out the ECU. If it's burnt the ECU out, that is going to be a big problem. Fingers crossed on that one. Okay, so there we are. That's the problem with the car. It was booked in anyway, so next stage is it will go off to Jetstream to be looked at, hopefully get rectified, get it running, and then the upgrades can happen to the car. As for now, it's January, we're in a lockdown, so stay safe everyone, stay well, and I'll update you as soon as I can.